IT. We're here today to talk about the new iPhone 4s, the eagerly awaited launch of the new Apple phone. There was mass disappointment this week when it was launched and announced. Everyone was expecting news about the iPhone 5. The Guardian, the Telegraph, all the main blogs, Gizmodo for example, all had headers of iPhone 5 launch, announcement imminent, and then they announced the 4S, which was very interesting because considering Steve Jobs obviously stepped down and Tim Cook stood in for him, we were hopefully waiting to see, for Apple to reaffirm themselves as innovators, market leaders, and people who advance their products yearly. So it was very interesting that they decided to go for a 4S, which I've got in my hands. We'll open up, we'll have a look, and let's see what it's all the fuss is about. Right, we've got a couple of models here. We've got the 32GB and the 64GB. There is also a 16GB model. Obviously, the 64GB is double the capacity of the largest iPhone 4, so they have double the capacity, which is one feature. They've also got the new A5 processor, which they are claiming to be twice as fast as the last iPhone 4. That's an email. The 5 megapixel camera has been replaced by an 8 megapixel camera. You've got Siri, which is the voice activated personal assistant on the phone, which is supposed to be fantastic. iOS 5 with a host of other features, about 200 features, they say. Well, so let's open this up and let's see if it's a goer or if it's as disappointing as Rocky 5. Let's have a look. Right, so let's move the stuff out of the way. Now, I still can't help but be excited about this phone. Right, apart from the fact it's white, which is a whole nother question. I still get excited when I open up an Apple box, and perhaps it's the geek inside me, but initially it doesn't look obviously any different. It feels weightier, funnily enough, than the 4. It feels slightly better engineered, but that may just be because it feels like a new phone in my hand. And it'll be interesting to see how it works, how fast it is, how quickly it syncs. And again, it's all supposed to be quicker, and there's a few nice features in iOS 5 where you can actually get to the camera from the home screen and take a picture very quickly with the keys on the top. So they've the thing I like about Apple is they use the products themselves, and then they develop features that they think will be helpful, when you're using the phone. So that's one of the things I like about Apple. So what we do is we're going to plug it in, sync it up, and then I'll show you about some of the features. Thank you very much. Hello, right, welcome back. Fully synced, and had a bit of a play with it. The things I like about it is the speed. The speed's really good. A few other really good things from the home page. There we are. I'm straight onto the pictures. The camera's a lot quicker, which is good. It was always one thing that was a little bit annoying on the 4 was the speed it took to get the camera up and then to take a picture. So that's good. And another few little things, a few new gestures. Obviously, it's kind of taken from Android, that I suppose. You've got the weather up there, you've got the last phone calls, any missed calls, any texts that have come through, and some stocks and shares information. So there's a text there from Michelle. If I just click onto that, it takes me straight to the text that's come in. So, which is actually more to do with the OS than the phone. Also got Siri, which is the voice activation software, which I'm kind of playing with yet. I don't know. Historically, voice activation things on phones have been bad. I remember in the old Nokias, you had to be in a soundproof room for it to understand your voice, and obviously there was an issue with regional accents and things like that. But let's give it a go and see how it works. Call Stormit. That works. Other things as well, are with Siri is the automated texting, web browsing, or any weather information that you want. Basically, any information you want, you ask Siri a question. So let's text Anthony. Hi Anthony, do some work or there'll be trouble. Thank you.
I updated your message. Ready to send it?
Send.
Okay, I'll send your message.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, I think I'll have to work out, play with it a little bit to see how it actually works. Other uses, you know, when I've got my headphones on and I'm jogging, as per the Apple video, you know, you can get it to change appointments for you and text your mother-in-law and all a matter of things. So that could be quite useful if it works. And also, we need to see how it works in a normal environment. You know, we're in a closed office here, but how does it work outside? How does it work in the car? But still, it's an innovation. It's something different that they've added. It's also exclusive to the 4S. So if you've got the Apple iPhone 4 and you've upgraded to iOS 5, you still won't get the functionality of Siri. Other things, you know, really, there's nothing really that different to report. It works the same. The phone works. You know, the old operating system and the old way of navigating through the phone still works very well. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. You know, it isn't leaps and bounds ahead. You know, I was a little disappointed that they didn't, you know, like everyone else, they didn't release an iPhone 5, which they probably will now in 12 months' time. This is kind of like the same footprint they're following with the third, because there were 3 versions of the iPhone 3. And we'll see. You know, I still love it. I'm a big fan of Apple. Obviously, I'm not going to hand it out in the office because there's an army of Android users out there and a couple of BlackBerry users as well. So funnily enough, I'm the minority in this office using the Apple phone. But anyway, if you want to come in, have a look at it, no problem. Pop in, come and say hello. We also might be running a competition to win this empty iPhone 4 box. So watch the website for details and check us out on storm-it.com. Thank you.